Hello, this is Mario Deontay, if you know me. I used to go by the name Coldcloth in Dayton, Ohio. A name I never wanted that was put on my birth certificate by a man who was not legally my father. He was married to my mother, but I was not legally his. He claimed me, and we are not the same blood type. He is O positive, and so am I. I have been in South Carolina for the last 6 years illegally. I never asked to come here by him. I plan to come by Christopher Vance Coldcloth, for he was a pet preacher who had children, and he did not live in South Carolina. I came to see the grave of Harry Lee Coldcloth, who claimed me as his grandson, who was good to me. I've only seen him like 6 times in my entire life that I remember. So if you are hearing this, as of right now, Hartville Police Department is in my home. Because of my ID, I legally own. At this moment, I have no idea what they will do. But anybody on my Facebook page, if you could call anyone, please call for help, because I was not born here. I'm from Dayton, Ohio, and if you know me, you know me. Because I know. I've been arrested 53 times, and on record on the internet, it says I've only been arrested twice. Pulled out at night. Every single time in the cover of darkness. I have no liquor. I have no illegal drugs. I never did. I have no weapons. And they never read me my rights. On the behalf of Wilson Marion Coldcloth, who acts as a slave driver every day of his life. He has violated the words coming out of the book of Matthew 25. He is hated. And evidence is shown in all I have shown you. Every record. I have listened to the Bible before. I'm a pastor. I've put the Sermon on the Mount into practice. Matthew chapter 5, 6, and 7. But there was more I learned. I know in chapter 10, it will be those in my household who would oppose me. All for what? An inheritance that I never asked for. And this property is literally worth $200 a month, a year in property taxes. All the property held by Harry Lee Coldcloth at best is worth $1,000. My mother's house property taxes alone were worth $1,000 a year. I want none of it. Because all I had here was sadness, pain, and despair, and a missing tooth that's chipped. As you see, they're the bone. This is not my home. And as you see, here's the police. Would you like to say anything?
Good evening.
At this time, as a reporter, Hartsville Police Department was sent here at one time and actually seen a power of attorney that's general, and y'all let me go. But Darlington County Police Department came persistently, saying I had no legal rights. And I know the law, because it's all on public record on the internet. Do you have anything to say on the behalf of this county?
I don't speak for the county.
Then do you have anything to say for anyone, considering Carolina Pines has illegally captured multiple people by having any charts on their rooms? Not seeing a doctor one time, trying to escape and having multiple guards capture them.
I don't know anything.
Knowing that comes out of their insurance, just like PD mental health. So even if I go to jail and I'm under court order, I have to pay this state just insurance money that I don't have.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what you're
so
talking
obviously,
about.
as a reporter,
I'm just here to listen to your side of the story, man.
All of the evidence is on my Facebook page. Actual testimonies, not just pictures, but video of everything I said under oath on 2 Bibles. Because I am not a liar. I never have been. I've always been willing to tell the truth.
Right.
This guy is no man of mine. He was evil to my mother. She didn't divorce him. He screamed divorce constantly. He owed her child support because he claimed me in writing on my birth certificate. He owed her over $60,000.
That's a lot of money.
He never paid a thing.
Right.
Was
that through Ohio or
that is through Ohio. It's all on public record. Okay. They were divorced in 1988. I was born in 85.
Okay.
And obviously he has not been in my life the majority of the time.
When did you move from Ohio back down to here?
I didn't. I was sent by plane by relatives who were associates with him, who had the pill bottles that he was actually drugging me with. He was administering drugs himself, claiming power of attorney, and then talking to PD Mental Health, saying that he had the legal right to administer drugs to me and never followed any schedule. I was taking Haldol, lithium, and cogentin. That's for schizophrenia, psych disorder, and Parkinson's disease. And
I'm not a doctor. I don't know anything.
I've never had anything before in my life, and this was my life before him. And every step of the way, ever since I was a child, him in Ohio, he has always been in criminal activity. And anytime I was around him, my life was at risk.
Did you ever live in South Carolina before?
I've never lived in South Carolina one time in my life. I came down here in 2012. I've been here for the last 6 years.
Okay.
I grew up and raised in Dayton, Ohio. Born at St. Elizabeth Hospital in Dayton, Ohio.
Gotcha.
I lived there for 26 years.
I've been to Columbus. How far is Dayton from Columbus?
Oh, please. That's like 2 cities away, about 4 hours.
Okay.
If you go to Cincinnati, you might hit Kings Island. But there's theme parks there. Kings Island, Geauga Lake, Six Flags, and Cedar Point.
I've heard of Cedar Point.
I love roller.
I thought that was in Sandusky.
That's still in Ohio.
Sandusky,
Ohio. Sandusky, Ohio.
Okay.
I've only been there once.
Is it good?
I never got to ride a ride. Because I went with someone who was supposedly on their period, and all she wanted to do was walk around. And she claims them, the Cold Cloth clan.
Yeah.
And all of them claim this as Cold Cloth property, and by the internet, legally, only one person can hold a physical property. Unless you have a spouse. A whole family can't hold a property under one name. And I didn't ask to come here.
Well, you can have multiple...
You can have multiple properties, but each property...
You can have multiple persons on a property. Yeah, it's when you see the...
That's actually business property. I'm talking about residential. I looked at the residential code myself of South Carolina.
Okay, well, all right.
Because I know for a fact, I've seen so many people just disappear out here. Over the last 6 years, I've seen witchcraft. I've seen evil. And honestly, I have faced evil before coming here.
In Ohio?
Yes, because I had to deal with Satanists there. I have physical proof because on my chest be a scar where I was stabbed with a sword. That's why I trained.
Okay.
I was resurrected. And yesterday was my son's death day. He died in 2009 by the same witch who killed me and claimed him as her child on a birth certificate.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So I was mourning yesterday, and he wants to actually go party. And then I asked him to his face directly, and I'm saying it clear in front of him. He said his blood type was O positive. On record, my blood type is O positive. And you can't have two positives as father and son. It goes positive and negative. And if you have children, you know.
Well, I don't know their blood types.
If you don't know your children's blood types, then you know your blood type?
I'm A negative.
Then if they are your children, they are A positive.
Okay. Well, what if...
If they don't have the same, if they are not your children, they do not have your blood type. That is science.
Okay. I learned something new today.
I'll study biology. I passed every science class I've ever taken. And here's the thing. If I was a hooligan while in college, knowing about my work, here's my portfolio. I kept it because he said I kept it just in case I might actually find work when I got back.
Have you ever thought about moving back to Ohio?
Always. But obviously I have no family, and my property was seized by Amos James Mills Jr., an associate of him. He introduced him to my mother. He claimed my house with a quitclaim deed. Here's my work philosophy. These are all the programs I actually know and am proficient in. Some mastery. Here's my Dean List certificate. 3.8 or higher. That's not high school. That's college. And here's my script. I'm a writer. Paranoid. I've been certified. But as you see, he put his birth date there.
Hold on. Okay.
As you
It's just moving around. I'm having trouble following.
focus.
All right.
Right here, where my finger is.
1958. Okay.
I'm born 85. That's his birthday.
I was born in 71. Well, that's a pretty picture.
That's a skull of our enemy. That is who we are as man. This is who we are as God. Unbreakable. This is God. This is man. And this is what is dragging us down. This is the sorrow of all mankind.
Did you take these pictures?
Yes. As you can see, my name be on the back.
Mm-hmm.
This represents those who are unbreakable. And these represent mortals who can be broken. And this is the suffering of youth. Every child who has had to watch someone die. Knowing I can make magazine covers easy. And as you've seen, I am a 3D animator.
Mm-hmm. You got a lot of skills there, right?
I never put all my eggs in one basket. Besides that, I'm a tap dancer since 4 years old.
Tap dance? I see. Wow.
Along with a martial artist.
Yeah.
Would you please step back? I plan to kick that way.
Okay. Well, I'm going to step back here. You
Relax. Just look.
I'm
Focus.
good, man. I'm just watching. Wow.
Why?
It's pretty high.
Tang Soo Do. High kicking. But I can punch as well.
Is that what it's called? Tang Soo Do?
Taekwondo
Right.
is for basic hitting hard. I do knuckle push-ups. That's why I'm so big. I can demonstrate for you.
You're a big guy. I believe you. Very nice.
How am I anything like him? Because obviously I had no weapon, but he ran from me.
Right. Were you chasing him?
He has abused me multiple times. Here be the proof.
How did your tooth break?
I fell asleep in my bed. And when I haven't had a lock on this room since late 2012.
Okay.
I bought this last year in October. After I woke up and the tooth was missing. And here's the thing. If it was knocked out, why is there still tooth there?
Yeah.
It was chipped.
Looks like it's broken. Yeah, did you bite anything hard?
No.
I'm just asking, okay?
I haven't.
Okay.
And in the front room, would you come with me, please?
Sure. Smart TV, is that what you want to show?
This be my mother's and hers and my grandparents.
Okay.
Those are pictures of me. These are pictures of me. This is my mom. There she be right there. And there's her obituary.
Where did she work?
Rock High School. She was a learning disabilities teacher. I had dyslexia. She was made for me.
Did she work? She was never down here?
She only came down here a few times. And they kept multiple pictures of her as paper pictures in this house.
She just looks familiar.
Because she came here.
Who's that guy?
That is supposed to be Charles Gregory Kofa. His name be right there on his diploma.
Who is he to you? Is that your brother?
That is his brother.
His brother. Okay.
That is his brother and his sister. And as you see, these are all the dead that they claim, knowing they have physical picture. And look where my picture be. Even put Alicia's picture of my name. Knowing I Cynthia died when I first got back here in 2015. She had cancer, and the last one to see her was orally baby. An associate of the family claimed that she was family by name. Then my grandfather died in literally 2010. And now she's a baby, and she ain't her memory.
Who's that guy on the movie with grandfather?
He was a cop right there. Hartville PD. But not just that. I respect him because he was a deacon.
Mm-hmm.
This man was thrown out at 16. He declared a bastard. The physical picture be right there. By mine. He has no legal records on me. It's all on the internet. The power of attorney has been killed. So he can't claim it because he claimed medical and it was general. I still have the copy. He's using fraudulent documents. Fake documents for real. That's the deacons he hung with. That be the deacon board. That was Buster's wife. And I loved them faithfully every time I came here. That's why I would be willing to cook for them. This man is evil. He said it to my face just last night. His blood type is O positive, same as me, helping to get my blood. Because he can never claim me as family out here unless he wanted something. Everything here is legally in my name, Mario D. Colclough, or Mario Colclough. His name is Wilson Marion Colclough. His own record.
Your father and son have the same blood type.
Blood type, blood pattern. Can a father and son have the same blood pattern?
Your father and son have the same blood pattern.
I don't take medication. They force me on it. He's administering to me.
Maybe a blood group. Can a child have a blood group different from his or her parents? That's a different question. That's just new to me. I've never heard that, so it's very fascinating. That's why
It's just basic biology in high school.
I went to high school a long time ago.
I'm a scientist. I know I have a high IQ. And if he's my father, let me ask you a question. He says I look like him? Even when I was here, he was young? This is a picture of him. Do I look like this guy? Even on that picture right over there when I was in college? I carry all her traits, and I don't carry his blood, the blood type that is different. I know this. This guy's a crook. He put this picture in here. He was never allowed here until I was born. He claimed me and brought me down here. I literally, when I was 2. I was in 87 when I was kidnapped.
You know what your mother's blood type is?
A, B, her father was AB negative.
And you're O positive?
I'm just O.
You're just O.
O positive.
He claims to be an O positive, right?
Yes.
Or O positive. If she was AB,
Your blood
your bloodline should be AB, A or B.
no, it follows the father.
No, what I'm saying is if one parent was AB, the other was O, the
No.
child should be AB.
But usually if the parent is AB, that's the female. She represents the egg, the bones.
True.
But the bloodline belongs to the father. It's been that way forever. That's why they claim children as bloodline. Fathers do.
Right.
Alright? I didn't come here, he forced me.
But you have nowhere to go other than here, right?
Here's the thing, legally I own my ID since I got here.
And your ID just has your address on it.
But here's the thing, can you legally have an ID with an address if you don't own any property? Just by like, you could actually have you could actually own property out here.
I lived at 711 West College Avenue,
But
which I rented.
This thing, did you have a document proving that you were renting, right? So obviously
But that address was on my ID, that doesn't mean I own it.
No, but you had a legal record that was your property that you were currently staying. Not just a change your address form, physical document. I had no document, but I had mine.
When you live with someone else, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to have a rental thing. If this was my roommate,
He is not my roommate.
I'm just using an example. If Kevin was my roommate, and he was
Legally,
in,
if he's paying rent,
no, let's say it's his house, but I'm paying rent. And even if I don't have a rental agreement, I can change my address to that house.
but you can have